Hello there, and welcome to another episode of our Hogwarts Legacy Let's Play. My name is Slytherin Knight, and I am so happy you could join me. So in this episode, we're going to be taking part in Hecate's first, outside of class assignment to learn the spell Incendio, so that we can then continue on with the main quest. I hope you enjoy.
Revelio.
Wasn't sure if there was something around her. And yes, I will be casting that quite a bit. I do apologize.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Okay. So what are these tasks?
You know where to find me once you've finished.
Oh, really? Huh. So she knows about the crossed
Seems
wand.
crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
That's funny. That is humorous to me. Did I check this?
Revelio.
I did. And I think I got something from it too. I find that really funny. Yeah, crossed wands is not as much of a secret as everyone believes. Because why would it be? Teachers are not stupid. It's a good way to teach you the finer points of combat too. You know, because the other thing is, was it complete a round of spell combination practice? That could be interesting and handy. Again, I'm pretty sure I need Depulso, the banishment charm, to open that. Only time will tell.
Ready for another round?
I think so. We shall see who shows up.
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
I know, Sebastian. I know.
Oh, wrong button.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Okay. So, cast Accio followed by 4.
Accio.
Okay.
Excellent form!
Levioso.
Good one!
Okay.
Levioso. Accio.
Nicely done! I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
And that's why I did that, because... Nice. Alright, now... to take someone on. Let's do this.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Sure, let's go with...
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Huh. Oh,
Apologies in advance.
heck. Okay, there's 3 of them this time. Adept round. Break through purple shields with 4th spells like the summoning charm. Okay.
Accio!
Find the one! Levioso!
Protego! Accio! There goes my wager.
Okay.
Levioso! That's all you've got? Protego! Descendo! Accio! You're better than that! Levioso! Accio! Protego! Levioso! Come on! Descendo!
Oh, well, that works.
Some big hits that round.
That wasn't too bad. I took a hit there that I probably shouldn't have.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then.
Excellent.
The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Oh, good to know.
Assignment's all finished.
All right. Onward. Yeah, I took it, like I said, I took a hit there I shouldn't have allowed to. I shouldn't have allowed, but oh,
Accio!
that's what I thought. Just want to make sure.
Revelio.
Are these the cabinets that you're talking about? No, it's above me. Hall of Music. Oh, it's starting to rain. Alright, back to the class so we can learn Incendio.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success in your endeavors.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Oh, this is a red spell. So, seek the restricted section. You have learned enough spells.
Good work.
So really, there's not a whole lot of spells to learn. There's conjurations, which will come later. There's utility spells, which are all very helpful. I haven't learned utility Levioso, but I've learned combat Levioso. Yeah, there's Leviosa. Oh, it's Wingardium Leviosa is the difference versus Levioso. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, see, Depulso, Descendo. I can't believe I haven't actually looked at any of this yet. Flipindo, Arresto Momentum. Keeps them in midair so you can do even more damage. Ice Spell, awesome. Transform, Polymorph. We have Confringo, Defendo. I was wondering, oh, that could be really helpful. Obviously Bombarda, but anyway. And there we go. Probably switch. This is Lumos. Yeah. Oh, is that all? You're not going to actually have me test it? I have a game spell that unleashes destructive flames on at a short range.
Incendio!
Okay, I see what they mean. So, probably around here?
You're getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
So Incendio is one of those that's very good for, like, if the enemy's getting a little too close, is what I understand from that. Which makes, well, I mean, that makes perfect sense. 1 second. Even if we're not going to do them right away, it's still good to grab.
Spare a moment? I could use your help.
It's still good to grab them, you know what I mean?
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
I'm gonna humor him.
Ugh, well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
There we go.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskeen Dunkeen.
That is unkind.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
What sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Oh, no wonder this unlocked. We have Incendio now.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Yeah, we're not going to do... Obviously, we're not going to do that right now. Oh, well, you know what?
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Let's check it out on the quest list. Let's see what it actually... Oh, we get an appearance for it. No. We'll wait. Yeah, we've been picking up a lot of them at the moment, but... a lot of these are like fetch quests, collectibles, and stuff like that. I might make an episode at some point, like once we've gone through a few things, unlocked a few abilities. Most like, I need Alohomora, or whatever spell. I'm assuming it's Alohomora, but you never know. Maybe it's not a spell and it's a talent, because we haven't unlocked our talent tree yet. I've noticed. So yeah, maybe we'll wait until we get to that point to really start doing some heavy exploration, because I repeat, we are going to do some heavy exploration. No. I'm gonna say this isn't it, is it? No.
Lumos.
Okay.
Off on another adventure, are we?
There it is. But where was it? It was off here. It was off in this area. I knew we'd find it eventually. But see, I can't cast anything else at the moment. Should be right through here, right? Yeah. Can't cast anything else at the moment because I'll lose the... There we go. Very cool. Alright, there we go. I knew we would stumble upon it. I knew it. Can't believe I didn't think about this room of tapestries, though. Should have.
Revelio.
All right.
Ah, there you are.
Yes, I'm sitting down and you're suddenly here.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
Jeez.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
That's too bad. Too bad, but not unexpected. But why do we need to go to...
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
There we go. And maybe this will give us our ability to open locks. Oh, he's right there. Handy.
Sebastian, there you are.
I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me.
Not wrong.
Why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Oh, this is a part of the map I don't think I've been in yet. Prefects.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know.
There we go.
The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Oh, that's an interesting... Excellent. We can also use it for other things.
We must remain unseen.
We'll sense and then investigate suspicious behavior. Okay. Stealth. Stealth mission. I wanted to see if that had pulled them away, but I guess not. Whew.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, Here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is.
That was close.
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book. Revelio.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Wait, what is this? Undetected tool. Oh, okay. I was wondering how they wanted to do this. And you can aim
Ghost,
by...
Don't let her see you.
Okay.
Revelio.
A ghost. That worked better than I had hoped.
Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about.
Revelio.
So there's clearly stuff.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern you. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Revelio. Quietly now. Revelio.
See what I mean? Gotta be invisible for those. I wanted to see something, because I keep seeing these demiguise statues. Can't do anything about them.
Revelio.
Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed.
Revelio.
So there's something down here.
Leviosa.
Yeah, I forget that. Yeah, those things, Leviosa, and you'll get a field guide. Ooh. Oh, that one's cool.
Reparo.
No?
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Ah, joy.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search.
Figured as much.
Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Reparo.
That looks like troll armor.
Revelio.
Am I about to head into a dungeon? What is this?
Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room.
Alright.
That's it.
Okay. Very. Yeah, I mean, you hear that? The whispering is Avada Kedavra. I know for a fact. Spooky.
Revelio.
Okay. Well, since it looks like we're about to go into something pretty dangerous, perhaps, let's definitely put on some new gear. That's wild. All right, let's...
Where might this lead?
Okay. We're under Hogwarts, right? We have to be. Or somewhere else entirely.
Accio.
There we go.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Potato. Accio. Levioso.
Your gift of ancient magic. That's what I thought. Successful 10+ hit combos will generate power-ups. Oh, so that's what those are. Nice. That's one. Okay, so yeah, they're takedowns essentially. That's pretty cool. Like from the Batman Arkham games, build up a high enough counter or combo,
Revelio.
And you were able to do like just take them out immediately.
Levio Potato. Levioso.
So how do I get to that treasure?
Revelio.
Oh, whoa, hey. Okay, good to know. Ooh. Nope. I was wondering, like, will it stay open? Nope.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Revelio.
You see, there's treasure over there that I can't get to.
Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Okay. We're gonna switch this stuff up a bit again, just because no idea what we're going into, but yeah, you have very little inventory space, which I personally think is a little bit of a problem. Maybe they'll fix that in an update. I like that one. But let's get rid of the scarf. Alright. Continue. Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Accio.
Oop, wrong buttons.
Levioso.
Oh, cool.
Accio. Levioso.
Ah, man, that was bad. That was bad.
Potato. Accio. Levioso.
Our health regenerates pretty nicely outside of combat, so that's not too bad. But yeah, I'll get better. I'll get better. Just gonna take a little bit to get accustomed.
It is a book after all. Revelio.
Nothing else? Okay. Another memory. These are the founders. No, they're not. Never mind.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor McCaw.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
I see a little girl that will eventually grow greedy. That's what I see.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
This. Poor Sebastian. Wait, is he still there or did he leave? Okay. I thought so.
Revelio.
Okay, just making sure. Like I said, I can definitely see Sebastian going dark. Not just because of the trailers that you can find on YouTube and that you can find here and whatnot, but that, you know, lets us know certain things, but his reasoning, I mean, potentially. Wait, begin. Tomes and Tribulations. Well, before we do that, I do think this is an excellent spot to wrap up the episode. In the next one, we'll be continuing on with this, wondering what this Tomes and Tribulations is. So you have that to look forward to. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. It really helps. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date for when I post new content. A great way to do that is by hitting that little bell icon down below after you subscribe. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to read them. But yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you all next time.